The end of TikTok, why the House voted to ban the app in the United States, and what's next for the bill they passed. Plus, there's still a chance for you to win big in the Mega Millions jackpot. Just waiting till you hear how many millions you could be adding to your bank account. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. The House passed a bill that could ban the popular app TikTok. The bill passed with bipartisan support, but there are questions about whether it will pass the Senate. Lawmakers in both parties say they view TikTok as a national security threat because the Chinese government could use it to access personal data and use algorithms to influence viewers. But millions of people say banning the app would impact their business. No one napped Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot, so the prize has climbed to a whopping $792 million. One ticket with 5 numbers but missing the mega number was sold in Massachusetts and another in North Carolina. Those are worth $1 million each. The next drawing is Friday night at 8. Good luck. Well, goodbye storms and hello wind. Meteorologist Berlin de Leon is here to let us know what to expect.
Storms. Now we're watching the winds. Strong winds are expected to move in late Wednesday through Thursday. We have a high wind warning in effect for Orange County, the Inland Empire, the mountains through the San Fernando Valley, and a wind advisory over in the deserts. The gusts could reach speeds from 65 to 75 miles per hour. So those winds are capable of causing tree damage, power outages, and crosswinds on the road. So a very challenging forecast as we head into Thursday especially. So take the time to secure those outdoor objects. Make sure your trees are trimmed. Careful where you park your car. Charge devices. There could be some power outages. Get the generator ready. Adjust your travel plans, especially high-profile vehicles, and download the NBCLA app for updates. Be safe.
The LAPD is creating a new task force aimed at catching and stopping so-called tourist burglars. These are teams of criminals from other countries who visit Southern California specifically to steal. The agency's chief says there has been an uptick in residential burglaries, with some using sophisticated tools to bypass home security. Officers have responded to more than 900 home break-ins just this year. Some were committed by tourist burglars.
Some sort of device by burglars that actually deaden, kill, or stop Wi-Fi from operating.
The immediate fix for these home alarm systems is to hardwire them, where you plug those systems directly into your Ethernet in the wall and not use your Wi-Fi internally.
Detectives say many of these tourists who have been arrested are entering the U.S. through a visa waiver program. Many were visiting from Chile or other South American countries. Thieves attacked a store manager at a beauty store in Commerce. That woman is still in the hospital with serious injuries. Take a look at this. Surveillance video shows the attack last week at M Beauty. Marlene Sandoval tried to stop the thieves, but they pulled her hair and dragged her on the ground. Marlene's father says she is now in a coma and has suffered 2 heart attacks since the violent robbery. Doctors tell him she may need a heart transplant.
That's incredible. This type of person, they don't care about the life of the other persons. You know, what's a brutal attack on my daughter.
The store's owner says they are often targeted by thieves, but it has never been violent. The LA County Sheriff's Department believes these 4 women drove off in this white sedan. There will be extra security on campus at Taft High School in Woodland Hills to help ease the minds of students and families. Tuesday, dozens of students were seen scaling the school fence to leave campus after hearing of a possible threat. Parents lined up outside to pick their children up. LAUSD says this all stemmed from a social media post that raised concerns about safety on campus. Students told us it was posted on an Instagram story indicating someone was planning a shooting at Taft. However, an investigation by school police and the district determined there was no evidence of a credible threat. He died of colorectal cancer. The wife of Chadwick Boseman was in D.C. advocating for awareness. On the National Mall, Simone Letward Boseman expressed her anger and sadness that a treatable disease took her husband away. Advocates say they want lawmakers to prioritize funding to treat and prevent the disease, especially among young people of color.
Colorectal cancer is not some nameless, faceless thing. We are the faces, we are the voices, we are the stories, we are the proof. You can't always be nice, not when you need to get something accomplished. You can't be nice when there are 20 other voices clamoring. You have to be loud.
The World Health Organization says colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths worldwide. Now to the race for the White House. We're closer to a rematch of the last presidential election. With Tuesday's primaries, NBC News projects President Biden and former President Trump both won the magic number of delegates needed to seal their party's nomination. In a post online, former President Trump said, quote, "We will take back our once great country, put America first, and make America great again, greater than ever before," end quote. President Biden also released a statement saying he's honored and believes, quote, that the American people will choose to keep us moving into the future. His nomination will be official in August at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. A local car dealer recently shut its doors, stiffing consumers who'd sold them their cars. The I-Teen's Carolyn Johnson looked into what went wrong and what you can do to protect yourself when selling your car.
We met Rahana and Muhammad Malik outside Bid Lane, a car dealer in Pasadena. The couple spotted their 2016 Kia Soul on a tow truck. The couple recently sold that car to Bid Lane, handing over the keys and title, and Bid Lane was supposed to wire $9,700 to their bank account. But that never happened. Instead, the company suddenly went belly up.
It is a big deal, and we're quite upset about it because we feel defrauded by them.
So does Marcus Chang. He sold his Land Rover to Bid Lane last November for $83,000. The company paid him by check.
When I deposited, the next day it bounced.
Chang says he tracked down the car. It's now owned by somebody in Texas. He's been trying to get his money from Bid Lane for months, but now realizes he may never get a dime.
That's a lot of money.
Online, other sellers say they were also duped by Bid Lane, which has locations throughout Southern California. They all say the company took their cars but never paid them. Together, they say they're out hundreds of thousands of dollars. We reached out to the owner of Bid Lane about the Malik's car, asking if he would return it. Later that night, Bid Lane had the car towed to the Malik's home. The I-Team asked the owner of Bid Lane to talk to us for this report, but we didn't get a response. Victims tell us the DMV has contacted them and they're investigating, but the DMV would not confirm that to the I-Team. Car expert Brian Moody says you should avoid selling your car to a company that doesn't give you cash on the spot.
When selling a car, the title is your collateral. Like, you don't want to give someone the car and the title before you've been paid.
Moody says another option is to use an escrow service. The buyer deposits the money into a third-party account and it's released to the seller when they turn over the car and both sides are satisfied with the deal. Or, Moody says, you might be better off selling to a longtime local dealer, even if you get a little less for your vehicle.
Because they have a reputation in the community that they want to uphold. They want you to tell people, hey, go to this place. They treated me great. That's how they survive.
The Maliks got a duplicate title from the DMV, so they are ready to sell their car again. But this time, they'll do it all differently.
I think I learned my lesson a hard way at this point, that I would not take that kind of risk ever.
The LA area is set to get nearly $900 million in federal funding for projects intended to improve roads and expand the Metro rail system ahead of the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games in LA. Well, the bulk of the funding, more than $700 million, will go toward two LA Metro projects. One of them is the East San Fernando Valley Light Rail Transit Project, part of which runs along Van Nuys Boulevard. The second project includes two sections of the Purple Line extension. It will connect downtown LA with West LA. All sections are expected to open before the 2028 LA Olympics. Ikea is expanding price cuts across all markets this year. The Swedish home and furniture company is rolling back price hikes that were introduced 2 years ago. The latest cuts come as the cost of transportation and raw materials are going down. Ikea says price cuts have led to an increase in both customers and the number of items sold. There's a new food giveaway in Gardena to help people having a hard time feeding their families. The Venice Family Clinic says its bi-weekly healthy food distribution program is now open to all community members. People can pick up fruits and vegetables for free at the Gardena location, and nothing goes to waste.
No, so if we have leftover food, we have community partners who work with the city as well. So they come and pick up these boxes of produce and they just distribute whether it's a need, whether it's encampments that are nearby or other. We've partnered up with universities, so sometimes students at universities get it as well. I know that's a big issue.
No appointment is necessary to pick up these food bags. The clinic says this is just the first step, with plans to expand to other locations. The food giveaway will be held every second and fourth Tuesday of the month from 10 to 11:30 in the morning at the Venice Family Clinic's Gardena location. We're getting closer to hearing some new country tunes from Queen Bee. Beyonce announced on her website that her new album will be called Cowboy Carter. Beyonce first hinted at some new music during a Verizon Super Bowl ad, and so far she's already released 2 singles from the album, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages. Cowboy Carter drops March 29th. A member of USC's Trojan Dance Force is in the spotlight. 19-year-old Hugo Miller is the first male on the team. So they perform at USC's basketball games, bringing a lot of energy to Galen Center. Hugo and his teammates are in Las Vegas for the Pac-12 tournament. He grew up in the Pacific Palisades, and that's where he was a trailblazer in high school there too. And he was the first guy on his school's cheer team.
To some degree, anytime I step out there, I do feel like I'm representing other boys who dance. And so, you know, I don't feel like that's a weight on my shoulder. If anything, that feels like a boost in my sales.
Hugo added that he gets a lot of support from his teammates and the community. He says his teammates feel like his family on campus. Yes, he's breaking barriers. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.